Hi, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming my foundation routine. There are many foundations that people can use. I, over the summer, use a matte foundation because I sweat and it's hot. And this one is also full coverage for a drugstore brand. This is actually pretty good. So I actually recommend this one. I just told my mom to get it. But yeah, so here we go. I don't have a lot of marks or imperfections. I don't use a lot of foundation. Even if I did have a lot of imperfections or acne or anything, I still wouldn't use a lot of foundation because you do still have good skin except for where those acne marks are. So I try not to use too much and make my face too cakey. But what you want to do is you want to just get a little bit on the brush. And I know the rave is all of the Beauty Blender right now, but I use brushes. So use whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable with. You want to get a little bit on the brush, and you want to start from not necessarily the exact middle of your face. You don't want your nose to look cakey, and I especially don't want my nose to look cakey because that's where I get oily and a lot of my bumps are, so I wouldn't want to show that off. It's not going to look good later on in the day. But as far into the middle of your face as you want to, and then you want to spread it out through your face so that it's a thin layer throughout your whole face. And you just want it to, you still want it to look like skin. So yeah. So we just spread it on real even. And it's gonna disappear. It barely looks like I'm getting anything on my face, but I am still getting a lot on my face. And then also, if you do this and you're like going out and you're gonna be outside in the sun and all that muggy air and just sweat, especially when you start to move around, it's not gonna look good if you have too much on, you know what I mean? So just spread it out all over as good as you can. Oh my god, I forgot to put on my I forgot to put on my sunscreen and primer. Okay, it's okay. For that, I take either a flat top brush or one of these densely packed brush. This one's by e.l.f. and I really like it. For a $3 brush, it's really good. So I highly recommend this one. But you just want to take this and buff out your whole face so that it still looks like skin. Everything is well spread across your face and it just looks smooth and flawless. Okay, after I have my foundation on, I am now going to conceal. And you're probably thinking, what are you gonna conceal? Because you have nothing to conceal, you bitch. I do. I have the dark circles under my eyes that may not be seen, but they're there. So we are going, I actually mix two because I also highlight at the same time. For the whole highlight and contour, I knock that out in one thing because I don't want to layer on. Like I said, I don't want too many layers. I don't want to be cakey, so I knock that out in one go round. So I'm going to use the Fit Me concealer, which is really good as a drugstore brand. And then I got this e.l.f. I guess it's HD lifting concealer. At first I didn't like it, so I didn't use it, but then once I mixed it with this one, I actually ended up loving it. So I mixed the two together and I just put little dots under my eyes. Not a lot, put a little bit on my nose right there, a little bit on my chin, and some up there. And then with this one, because it's drastically lighter than me, I'm going to go in between the dots and put more dots. Some on my nose, like one dot up there, some bumps up there right now, and some on my chin. And I will take my brush once more. And actually, I'm going to start off with the smaller brush, go to the bigger brush, and then go back to the e.l.f. brush and buff it all out. Now that I have all that done, I am going to actually set everything at the end. Next, I don't always do it, but if I'm doing a full face, sometimes when I go to work, and most of the time when I go out, I use liquid contour. So we are going to contour our face and make it look more sculpted and cute. I can get the right brush. And I'm calling someone right now at the same time. I do a very small amount on my nose. I'm gonna do some under my lip. Makes my bottom look even bigger. And we'll take our brush. So now that I have that done, I have contour, foundation, all that good stuff, making sure everything is buffed in. Nobody wants to see lines and unevenness. You do not want to look like that, and it's not cute. We do this to make ourselves look cute. I'm going to actually not take that. I'm going to take the Maybelline Matte Dream Powder, and I'm going to set my under eyes and everywhere that I put my concealer and the highlight and the shiny stuff. Now you don't have to do too much because I did use a matte foundation, so it's going to be matte and it's going to basically set itself anyways. So you don't have to put powder all over your face because it's just going to dry your skin out even more, and you don't want that. It's going to make it look flaky and nasty. And then I will be taking my L'Oreal True Match. I actually went and got it in a darker shade, and I use it as contour. So how genius is that? Not too much because this stuff is really strong. it into your skin and then brush up. You never want to brush contour down. Whatever's left on the brush, put it under your chin. Like that. So I kind of forgot about it. Now, to make my face look shiny and poppin' in the sun, I'm going to use highlighter. Now I know this looks like nail polish. I got it in my Birchbox a long time ago. I don't know what brand it is. I just took it and accepted it and loved it for what it was. And it's actually not that bad. It does a good job. Just don't put it on and let it sit, because if you let it sit, it sets and you cannot move it. Trust me. It doesn't go anywhere. Just put a couple dots. And take a small fluffy brush. I'll put this on all high points, so wherever you see light hits the most, side highs of your cheekbones, your nose, and then I'm gonna put it above my eyebrows, under my eyebrows, Cupid's bow, and so now that I'm shining with my liquid glow, I'm going to go to my handy dandy and more loved Bible, my Carli Bybel palette by BH Cosmetics. She has the most amazing highlighters in this thing. They're absolutely gorgeous. So we're gonna go with the gold one because I like to be golden all the time. And I'm halfway there anyway, so. I'm gonna take a little bit. This is my Kiko Cosmetics. I actually really love their brand. This is a bronzer and a blush all in one. And this was actually really cheap. I think it was like $5, maybe less. So I would definitely look into their stuff. I'm gonna take a little bit of the blush and it's gonna mix with the bronzer, which is a-okay with me.
Lastly, just finish powdering your face with a little bit of powder. I'm using my bronzer here. It's basically the same shade as my face, so I just go over and make sure everything is perfect and just touching up certain areas. So this is the finished product of my foundation routine. This is how it should come out. If you like to see the eyebrows and the eyes, that's going to be in my next video, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and don't forget to subscribe, okay? Love you.